Hello friends, this is Ducky Assassin, and thanks for joining. Today we're going to be talking about shotguns, and how to improve your gameplay. Whether you're trying to get the gold diamond camo, or you're just looking to generally improve your gameplay, hopefully this helps. Now you may be asking yourselves, who am I to be giving pointers? This guy only has like no subscribers. Well, first off, I have the gold diamond camo, and I'm not too shabby with the shotgun. Secondly, if you subscribe, I'll have more subscribers. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, here we go.
Wasted Ajax.
Alrighty guys, we're gonna start off by talking about knowing your map. Now I know this seems super obvious, especially if you've been playing Call of Duty for like 50 years, but hear me out. You need to learn your map. You need to pay attention to where people are coming from, where they are going, and where they're spawning from. Because, especially with the MOG12, you're gonna have to get close to them to shoot them. Also pay attention to the structures in the map, so you know where to take cover and where to avoid. With shotguns, you're gonna need to be right in the action, so knowing where to take cover and where to reload and where to heal is key to survivability. Also, depending on how good you are with shotguns, the size of the map you're playing is gonna dictate what gun you use. If you're on a smaller map, like Summit or Slums, the MOG12 works perfectly. The SG12 also works well on smaller maps, but for larger maps, I would either stick to the SG12 or don't use a shotgun at all. The reason I say this is it's easier to kill people from a distance with the SG12 since its damage is pitiful. Next, we're going to talk about playstyle. What kind of player are you? Are you an aggressive player, jumping right into the action and wrecking shit up? Or are you a slower, more strategic player, who hangs back and waits for the right moment to attack? Well, both of these playstyles are good to use, especially in combination, but depending on which one more defines your play, here are some tips to strengthen that choice. If you're playing aggressively, in my experience, you're going to want to use Ruin as your specialist. He can clear distances fast with his grapple hook, which is extremely useful to quickly close the gap on your enemies. Also, playing aggressively works better with the MOG12 versus the SG12. With the MOG12, you need to be close to the enemy to get your shots off, and you only have 4 bullets, so they have to count. Alternatively, if you want to play more passively, you're going to want to choose Ajax or Recon. Recon's sensor dart will give you a heads up when enemies are coming, and you can use Ajax's flashbang to gain the upper hand on enemies. If you're playing with the SG12, this kind of play is going to work for you. Getting kills with the SG12 is easier from a distance, and if you take your time, you'll rack up the kills. And that's that. Alrighty, now we're going to talk about tactics. These tactics are for both the MOG12 and the SG12, and are probably just good all-around general practices no matter how you're playing. First off, while using either shotgun, you're going to have to move around. A lot. Jump, slide, strafe, you name it. Your aim is to get close to the action, surprise your enemy, and evade damage. You have to move. Staying still is asking to be dead. Secondly, make sure you reload and heal at the right times. I have this really bad habit of reloading right after I fire, which is good since you want to have a full chamber, but you have to make sure that you're in a safe spot to do so. Make sure you aren't in the open, and make sure there aren't enemies just around the corner. Also, and this is important, prioritize healing over reloading. If you have a full barrel of ammo, but barely any health, you're more often than not going to lose a gunfight, even with the shotgun. Also, it's faster to use your stim pack than reloading, so you might as well heal first, that way you can reload as your health bar is increasing. Next, don't be afraid of enemies. If you know someone is around the corner, don't wait for him to come kill you. Go get his ass! You're never gonna get any better if you are never the aggressor. This is true for general play, but like I've said a couple of times already, with a shotgun, you have to get in people's faces and shoot them in the face. So get in there! There are, however, times when you just can't win, and it's best to retreat. Contrary to what I just said, there are times where it's best to let the enemies come to you. This is especially true if you get caught in the open, or you know you just can't win. If somebody has their sights on you and they have a light machine gun, and you have to run across the map in this wide open space to go get them, you're not going to win, you're going to die. So in that situation, yeah, stay low, stay behind cover, and hopefully they will come to you. Alright, this next one's gonna sound stupid, because it is, but You simply need to practice. When you first start using shotguns, especially in Black Ops 4, it feels like you'll never get good at it, or you'll never get the combos or max out the weapon level. Well, you have two options. You can grind and grind and grind until you get good and destroy your KD in the process, which is what I did. Or you can practice against bots on a local game, and I know I already mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. It's not as good as the real thing because, bots don't really think like real people, no matter how good the AI is, but at least you'll get the aiming down, and at least you'll know the maps better. Alrighty guys, that's all I had to say. If this video was mostly useless, just remember, MOG12 for close combat, SG12 for ranged combat, and heal first before reloading, if you can help it. Everything else, you can learn by playing the game, and you don't need some idiot stating the obvious for you. Anyways, leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, leave me a like if you didn't. I'm gonna leave you with two last things. First, here I am, killing a guy with a sensor dart. Wow, what a miracle. And lastly, I ended up getting a kill streak with the MOG12 that turned it to purple and then to green. I'm not sure how many kills it took to make it green because I couldn't be bothered to count, but I think it might be 8? Whatever, I'll let it play out and you'll see it at the end. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Sniper, keep down. TACOM, establish UAV above.
In the turn, sensors are capture your objective.
Hostile talk wasted.
CUAV available.
In position, ECM deployed. UAV mission timeline 50% expended. CUAV mission timeline 50% checked.
Hellstorm awaiting deployment.
Flashbang down.
CUAV has left mission area.
Sensor available. Good night. Hostile signal down.
Sensor dart signal has been lost.